Hi Rachel, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
Pretty good. First of all, thank you so much for joining this usability study. I really
Oh,
appreciate your taking the time to help me test this app. And today we'll walk through a few tasks together using this music manager application I built. Your feedback will help me understand what's working well and where things could be improved. So before we begin, I'd like to let you know that I'll be recording this session, including the screen and also the audio, so I can go back and review how you interacted with the app. So, is it okay with you if I record this session?
oh, no worries. That's great.
Great, that's perfect. And as you go through each task, please try to think out loud, which means sharing what you're trying to do, what you're
Okay.
looking for, or anything that confuses you. And also, there's no right or wrong answers here. This is not a test of your skills. We're testing the application, not you. So if anything doesn't make sense or seem confusing,
Okay.
that's actually super helpful for
So
me
I'm
to
just
know.
being honest, right?
Exactly, yeah. Being
Okay.
honest. And yeah, while doing the test, try to imagine you're one of my target users, basically. Someone like an indie artist or music manager working with multiple artists. So yeah. And this mindset will help us basically get the most relevant feedback from your experience. And with all these being said, first of all, could you please give me your name, your age, and occupation, please?
I'm Rachel. I'm 27 years old. I'm just turning 27, and I'm a marketing specialist at a digital marketing agency. So
Great.
we do work with a lot of our clients as cl
Perfect.
we do work with a lot of artists,
Hmm.
but I don't know. Not sure if managing those profiles and
Mm,
artist work is part of my job, so I'm
I
not
know
familiar
what
with
you mean.
art.
So what you will say about your like experience with music management tasks, like handling music assets? I think it's basically none, right? Because usually you just like you're dealing with the business side of the artist instead of
Yeah,
all their like music
exactly.
production side. So,
Yeah,
but
I know, but
mhm,
but I know it's a headache for them to
yeah.
deal with all this creative work.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just try to imagine like if you're actually managing an artist and, try to,
Okay.
you're basically going to create.
So I am artist manager instead of artists themselves, right?
Yeah, or you can be the artist, him or herself.
So just pretending to be the one who will actually be using it.
Yeah, I think maybe like pretending as the music manager is more suitable for you since you
Oh
are
yeah,
already a
that's
project
right.
manager. Yeah, so yeah, with that being said, shall we start?
Yeah,
And
of course.
all right. First of all, before I get you through, I guide you through any specific task. I'd like you to explore the application on your own for like a minute. So just take a look around and tell me what you think this app do and what you notice first.
Um, I guess my first question is I saw those green dots, red dots. So my
Mm-hmm.
first question is what are those and what are difference?
That's a very good question. Actually, they are like kind of showing whether this project is complete or not. So
Um,
each project has like its own status. It's either in progress or completed. So if completed, well, like there will be a green dot. If not completed, there will be a red dot. But that's a really good question though, because a lot of I imagine like most of the people who open this page probably don't know, what these green and red dots are
yeah.
if not given the information. So that's a really good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm giving some advice, I'll probably suggest that
Mhm.
way, make it more easy to understand.
You
Because
mean,
it
yeah,
might be intuitive for you to understand what a green dot is, what red dot is, but for the first user, that might be confusing.
yeah,
There can be a little bit of direction on the top of it. I don't know, just throwing my ideas out
yeah.
there.
Maybe add some description about the red
Yeah.
in that. That's very good. That's very good. And do you have any other like thing you want to point out just by looking at the site? Uh,
Um, Can we actually click them?
Yeah, of course. You can interact with the whole website
Oh,
or whatever.
nice.
Yeah. Uh,
Project view
yeah.
cover. Can I change the profile of this project?
There are like tasks involving that in like coming next. How about like let's just start. I'll give you the task and I'll walk you through basically everything. Uh,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so regarding like the design or like the purpose of this app, uh, do you have any question or
Do you mean if I have any question for the overall design or
yeah,
purpose?
or like the purpose? Like, what do you think is like the purpose of this site?
I think it aims to help artists or artist manager to keep organized of their work. And it kind of serves as like a one all-in-one stop for them to like go to spot for them to check out all the work they've been doing and what's in process, what's already been done. I don't know. I just feel like maybe there ha hasn't been a place like this for them to use. They will just make, I feel like a lot of artists we're working with, they just put all those creative assets into a folder. It's either
Mhm.
on Google Drive or it's either on, I don't know
Yeah,
what, Dropbox. And, but that's not like specifically designed for artists. So
yeah.
maybe that's the purpose
Mm,
why you created this website.
yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Thank you for that. And I think you have a like a really clear understanding of what is going on here. And I really appreciate that because that means like the whole site is, uh you don't understand. Yeah.
yeah,
How about let's move on to the first task. I'm going to basically let you do something and I'll basically observe how you interact with everything and
yeah,
I'll let you basically give me two scores at the end.
of course.
All right. So the first one is to create a new project. The details of the project, including all the assets you needed, it's in the zip file I've sent you earlier. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so what would you do if now you're given a task, you're gonna create a project, like what would you do in this situation?
I saw there is a button, and that's a obviously the
Mm-hmm.
button you should click if I wanted to add a project.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
And
probably click
mm-hmm.
this. And so first I have to choose the album cover,
Mm-hmm. And how would you try to do
choose file.
that? Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I don't know where is the zip you sent
Oh,
to me.
no worries, yeah. Because I sent it through WeChat. Like the two other participants before you, like they also have the same issue. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. It's usually in I think the WeChat folder or somewhere. Or maybe you can try to like
Let me
open.
try with that to the place that I can find.
Yeah, I think you can maybe
Yeah, no worries. It's already downloading.
oh, nice. That's great. That's great.
Downloading it.
Mm-hmm. No worries. Yeah.
Let me try. Choose file.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's still downloading. Oh, I don't think I can upload the save. That's why.
Oh, uh,
No worries.
yeah, no worries. Yeah. So what's like sorry, because I can only like see the page you're like
Uh,
sharing. So like I don't know what else is going on. So yeah, let me know if you want any like help from me or you know.
no worries.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
And
yeah, there are some infos about the name, project description and stuff in the zip file, but you can also like write whatever you want. Like
uh,
just because we're just experimenting with the app anyway.
I shift strip
Mm-hmm.
and project description where I'm gonna put it here.
Mm-hmm.
Project type, single. Yep. And I
Okay.
think I'm ready to create a project,
Mm-hmm.
uploading, creating. Oh, it will be on the bottom of it.
Yep. Yep. And that's one thing like the other two participants complain about because like usually when you're
Yeah,
like
whether like
huh? It's
it's like
at the bottom.
we
Uh
never get to the bottom.
yeah, because like that's another thing that I'm probably gonna change about this site. Because right now, like if I have like thousands of records, they will all showed up. So I'll probably add like some page mechanism to it. So like it will only display like maybe 10 of them on each page instead of like a
What
thousand.
about adding 1,000 projects?
Hmm?
Why you added
Oh, because
1,000?
it's in the rubric of our class. So like we have to like in order to get the score, we have to have like 1,000 plus synthetic records in our database.
Oh,
That's why I like put in the same thing like 1,000 times.
gotcha.
It's just for scoring purposes.
I think
Eventually I'll just
maybe
delete it.
for actual use, add a
Mhm.
category or add some like sub.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for pointing it out because the last participant also mentioned like it actually is my suggestion for him like to put some filters or like something the search bar that you can help you like search for the project you want because imagine if you like have like 2,000 projects and you have gotta find one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
that's a good like expansion of this app.
What's the next step?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So right now you've successfully finished the first task. I'm going to ask you two questions. First, how effective do you think the application was for this task, and how easy to use this app for this task is? And
Um,
I want you to grade them between 1 and 5. 1 is strongly disagree, 5 is strongly agree.
so if I'm strongly agree, that means I think it's easy to use, right?
Yep.
I think it's easy to use. I'll probably give it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one point that I'm not giving is
Mm-hmm.
because I think, let me put that. I think I get a little bit confused. I get a little confused about where to click if I'm going to choose a file to upload.
Mm,
So first, when I open this window, my first, like I think my eyes is on the image preview first. So
yeah.
intuitive is to click the image preview first, and
Mm,
it's not something clickable, and then
mm.
look at the top and find there is a choose file, no file chosen. So I think um maybe we can change the image preview to the top of it and put the choose file under it as a button.
Mm,
Kind of like narrow it down to a more button-like. I don't know. Right now it's just feel like it's the
yeah.
subject.
Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Like, I know what you mean. So I'll
Yeah.
probably make maybe the image re preview part interactive. So when I click on it, it will do the same thing as the bar on like the choose file bar. And also I will change the choose file bar. You mean like below the image preview? Would that
I
make
think you can just leave the image, you can just keep the image preview, but change the text image preview to click to upload.
hmm.
So you don't really have to
Oh, I know what
write
you
all
mean.
those
So
choose
like
file, no file
something like
chosen.
please click the button above to upload.
Yep. And you can yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
the front or
yeah, that sounds good. Great. That that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Sorry about that. So yeah, do you have anything else for the effectiveness? How would you rate like this part for effectiveness?
um, my rate is 4. And
Right.
the 1 point is because the choose file to upload. Fine.
Okay, but how about easy to use? Like these two are like separate scores.
I thought the 4 is for easy to use.
Yeah, but how about effectiveness? Like, how would you rate the effectiveness? Like,
It's pretty great.
hmm
I'll give it a 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for giving yeah, thank you for giving it a perfect score. Yeah, it's basically the same logic where I'll go through seven tests together. So right, let's move on to the second, shall we? So the second one, I'm going to need you to create a new song inside of this project you just created. And all the assets of the song is also included in the zip file I've sent earlier.
About feature artist.
Mhm.
Um, sounds new.
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing part on my end. So since this is a single project, so like the sound name is actually the same as
Oh,
the project
gotcha.
name. Yeah. And just use night shift drip, if I remember correctly.
Is the song collaborator also the feature artist?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah.
Song lyrics. Yep.
Great. Great. That's perfect. So how would you like rate the effectiveness and also how easy to use this step is?
Um, let me think.
Mhm. No worries.
I think my feedback is still about the upload feature.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy to find.
Yeah. It's not like very intuitive. Like it's not like as yeah. And,
Yeah, because you can see my screen. If
mm-hmm.
I put my um mm, if I put my mouse to over the sound name over the collaborations,
Mm-hmm.
you will see that it's not clickable, right?
Yeah, it's like editable but not clickable. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I put my mouse onto the choose files, you can
Oh,
clickable. But that's the only thing I can tell if it's a button or it's a text box. So
that's a
maybe
very
change the
good
mouse
point.
color
Yeah,
or make it more, add more like effects to the button so it's differentiated with other text box.
that's a really good suggestion. That's the first.
It all looks like text box.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay. So intuitively people think they have to like input something. Instead, I want them to actually like choose a file. So maybe
Yeah,
you do a
and I
button.
think one thing I'm confused is I remember very clearly I did uploaded my
Hmm.
music file, right? But
Not yet, because it's the wait, is it oh wait, you've already created a song?
yeah, I already created a song.
Oh, did you do that after like create a new project?
Yeah, this is a new project.
Oh, okay, I know what you mean. So that's the okay. So right now, actually, you finished task two earlier expected, but still like so now this is about since we're on the edit part, this is task four, but still like
Oh, it's not text for. Oh, I got you. I got
yeah, it's
what you.
task four because it's the task one it's create a new project, task two is create a new song,
Yeah.
and then task four is basically to edit the project. Oh, this is task five actually, edit song information. But anyway, since we're on this, and I thanks for the comment because that's really helpful because the other one of the participants also point out that the uploading part is kind of confusing because you've already got a song uploaded, but like as right now, like you may think that this will basically delete that sound file, right? Because since you're not uploading anything new to it, but actually it won't. I've written the logic part of this project, so if you don't choose any file, like the original file will stays there. However, it's really helpful if I can point it out to the user so they don't get confused. I think, yeah. And yeah. So so how would you rate like the added song part? Like how would you say the oh wait, you didn't like actually edit it yet. So let's
I'm right now at the
yeah,
add the new sound.
let's first talk about like create a new song and create a new project. Those parts, like how would you rate their easy to use and effectiveness?
Um,
So the project I think you've mentioned already, but how about create a new song like that experience? Do you think it was intuitive and easy?
I think I'll still give it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is perfect.
Uh-huh.
Just the upload feature made me feel confused.
Okay, like the uploading part. And
Yeah.
how about like effectiveness? Is that the same as the first one?
Yep.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Great. So that's the
But I'm not very
uh-huh.
understand what's the difference between easy to use and effectiveness. Like,
Oh, so I think like from my understanding, easy to use is basically how intuitive it is, like without any outside instruction, like how quick can you find where the buttons are or what to put in or stuff like that. And effectiveness, it's I think basically in achieving the task you want to achieve. Like
um,
did it actually achieve the task you wanted to achieve? Something like
oh
that.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 5.
So great. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's about the create a new song part. So now you've created a song. Before we made any change to its information, can you try to maybe play and adjust the song you've uploaded?
Okay.
Hmm. Nice. Nice. And can you try to maybe interact with the player bar, the buttons and stuff? And let me know if there's anything confusing or you want to like comment on any of them. Like
Um,
changing, for example, changing the volume, changing the progress of the song, stuff like that.
so you wanted me to explore all those features a little bit?
Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha. Great.
Hmm.
I just got a little bit confused about this button. Like it seems to be mute, unmute,
Hmm.
but there is
But it's not
no
actually clickable.
click it.
Yeah. All right. So I think the mute button is one confusing part. And other than that, like, do you have any?
Oh, I got you. I think what you want to mean by this too is that if I'm moving this to this side, it's towards no value. And if
Yeah.
I'm towards here, it's like maximum value. Is that what you
Yeah.
want?
Exactly. Yeah. So
Um,
do you think is it because of the icons or like
I think it's a little bit confusing because when you look at all those streaming platform,
hmm
yeah, DSPs, they all just have one button here.
oh
Like one sign here means that here it just tell everybody, oh, here is a place that you can adjust your value. So you don't,
uh
and everybody knows that if I'm increasing it to the right, it means that I'm volume up. And if I'm doing this, it's just volume down. So I think it's very
uh
natural for people to understand. You don't have to add another
I know what
button here, and now it just confuse people more.
uh yeah, that's a very good point. Thank you for that comment. So basically what you suggest is remove the icon, right? So like and
Yeah.
changing the icon on left to basically not a mute but just sound. So like people will intuitively know, okay, this is like a volume slider or something like that.
I think just remove the right one.
And then
and
okay,
make the first
and make
one,
it interactive. Make the left button interactive.
yeah, make the left one interactive, make it like a mute, and
Mm,
you can immediately turn it down.
got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's awesome. What else? Do you have any other comment about this part?
Um, Other than that, it's it's great. I'm just got a little bit confused about this button as
Mm-hmm.
well. Seems like
Mm,
you can like randomly play songs, right?
nah. Yeah, this is the loop button. Basically, you can put like a single song or repeat, like things like
Um,
that. But yeah, but it's usually confused. Like usually people won't use this feature. Usually people will use the shuffle button, which I'm probably going to add later. So usually like these type of streaming platforms, they have like two buttons. One is for cycling, one is for shuffling, basically.
yeah.
So that's maybe I assume that's the reason why you think like at first it was like a shuffle. And plus, this is not like your fault or anything. It's like on my end, I think. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I thought like it might be intuitive for most people to know there's a loop button, but actually maybe for a lot of actual users, like if you are not like really into music production and stuff, maybe people won't like immediately know what it is. Yeah, so that's a very good catch.
Um, yeah, I think I probably just communicate like wrongly before. I think I understand what it is. It's in a loop. But I just got a little bit confused about why is here
Mm,
next to the volume instead of being in the center of
the middle
it
part.
to all this play button.
Yeah, that's a
And
that's a good. Oh,
yeah, and I think for a lot of like other DSPs like Spotify or Apple Music, they also have this kind of button. But
hmm.
I think
They're in the
like
middle part.
every time you click it, it will change to another type. Like
Oh,
probably
like
and
if
you
you
click
click,
it and you will become shuffle and
uh,
you click it, it will become like just one sound. I don't know.
yeah, it's yeah. This also works like that. Like after you click it, it will put the song on loop. So when like finish, it will re automatically like restart the song. Uh,
Yeah, but I just want to say we can also just make it like multi-select. Like once you click, it
uh-huh.
becomes I don't know.
Oh, I know
It's
what you
not like
mean.
yes or no.
So you
Or
means
not
it's
loop. It's like loop,
either
shuffle, and
oh.
options. And every time you click it, it will change the option.
So you mean like all of them are in the same place, but it depends on like if you click, it becomes loop. If you click it again, it becomes shuffle, and then if you
Yeah.
click it again, it becomes normal. Like
Yep.
that. That's perfect. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I'm going to probably experiment with it. Like in
Yep. And I think it
final
will make more
implementation.
sense for you to
Or
put this button here next to all those play button.
awesome. Awesome. That's really good. That's some really good feedback. So how would you like rate this like the player bar basically on its easy to use and effectiveness?
Um, I think easy to use, I'll give it a 3
Mm-hmm.
because it get me confused about where I can find where what,
Uh-huh.
especially for the volume button. I thought it's clickable. So I tried to click it a few times and then I realized it's just a sign here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or like more like a direction here. So
Yeah.
that's the part I got a little bit confused about. And also just this loop shuffle button. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me in a way it's there instead of here in the middle. So
Uh,
I'll probably just give it a 3. But other than that, the play, um, and I don't know how to say it in English, but
the progress.
just yeah, then you can easily drag it to
Mm-hmm.
where you want. So that one is really great.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So for the effectiveness, what do you think? Like between
For the effectiveness, I think what I'm looking for is definitely if I can play the sound,
mm-hmm.
I can. change to another one, change to the last one.
Hmm.
If I can easily decide where I wanted to visit this song, which part I want to visit, and also just the volume part. And let me think about it.
Mm.
What else I would need? Um, yeah, I think that's everything for now.
Mm.
I'll still just give it a 4 because this
Hmm.
part.
Yeah, it's not like that. Okay. Four. Great. Great. So we kind of need to speed it up a little bit because I'm on the free version, so it's only giving us 6 minutes left. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. For let's try to maybe add the project information for the
Yeah.
next part. Uh, the project information.
Oh, project information
Yeah.
here. Um,
Or
what is that?
yeah, that mean yeah, this the design is not very good. Like yeah, it took you for a while to find it, but yeah. You can change whatever like the image if you don't have like an extra for it you can leave it but like the other parts you can just type in random stuff deleting stuff or anything like that just to experiment with it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hmm. Wait, is it changed?
I don't know.
Wait,
I saved the change, but I don't think it actually saved.
changed? Let me try again.
Yeah.
Wait for a sec. Yeah, did it change to album? Yeah, I changed to
Yeah,
album.
I changed to album.
Great. Yeah, it might be like, slower than like all the sites you usually use because I'm using like Vercel to deploy it, which is,
Always.
this is more like a toy project instead of, an actual like product. But anyway, yeah, how do you think about that? Like, what would you rate it for its effectiveness and easy to use?
Oh, it's very easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my same feedback is here for the upload button, so not gonna talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and I think one thing I actually care about is that one edit I made is I add a blank line here
Mm-hmm. Oh,
because
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah. Okay. So you basically add a like an empty line like in
yeah,
between.
yeah, and just want to see if that actually reflect on the
Uh-huh.
outside,
Uh-huh.
but it doesn't.
Yeah, wait, so right now, like inside of, can you show me again in the edit tab? Is it oh yeah, that's a great catch. That's a bug. I mean yeah, that's something I gotta
Yeah,
fix.
because
Interesting.
it's my personal habit, like my personal preference. I like there is some space between paragraph just to make it look clear, look clean.
Got it.
So I made this change, but it's not.
Great. Great. Yeah, I'll work on that too. That's a great catch, by the way. Like I like how you are trying to, like challenge the app a little bit instead of just, completing my task. Yeah. So do you have any comments on this part? Or we can move on to the
Yeah, we can move on the next.
Oh yeah.
For you
Mhm.
to use rating, I'll give it a 4. And one point is the one missed point is because the upload feature. And
Mhm.
I know you're going to be working on it. And for the effectiveness rate, I'll give it a 4 as well because just a formatting thing.
Yeah. Unders. Okay, great. That's perfect. So let's move on to the next task, which is edit the song information. So you basically the same stuff. It's just for the
Oh, yeah.
song. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do any random edits?
Yeah, you can like do whatever you want, like put in random letters or anything, like because yeah, or you can
I
change.
got a little bit confused about this part.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I told you before, when we first create this new song,
Mm-hmm.
I did remember that I upload the file,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, when I click into the edit section, and it's still showing there's no
No
file
file.
chosen.
Yeah, so like the issue is I should have added something to tell like the user that if you don't upload any song in the edit tab, the original file will be kept basically. So like the original file will be kept. But if you upload anything, it will basically overwrite the original file you have. So
So
yeah,
why you can just show instead of showing choose file, no file chosen, you can actually show the file that already has been uploaded.
Y-
And you can also add a small button here says uh replace or something like that.
yeah,
When I'm open the whole edit page, I feel confused because I'm not sure if there is already a file uploaded or not, or should I upload it
I know what
again?
you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now I'm using like one of the HTML like default settings for like a upload input box. So that's why you see the no file, like choose file, no file chosen, like those are like defaults. I think I might there should be a way I can like change them and actually show the file you've already uploaded. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. I'll probably work on that later. How would you rate it? Rate this section, like for the easy to use and effectiveness?